You've seen these in 2023, but not many people are talking about it. Let's do exactly that.
Here's some codes to save you some cash on your next Middle Eastern niche or designer fragrances.
What's going on, guys? My name is Neeb. Welcome back to AROMATIX. Today we're going to be talking about 2023 releases from Fragrance World, and it looks a little bit something like this. Salt, Yuzu, and we also have Cacao. So I'm going to keep this pretty brief, but I've been able to pinpoint, it's actually pretty funny. I just came back from Italy, and I was able to easily pinpoint what I smelled, and it was yeah, I don't know, I stored it in my brain somehow. I sniffed a fragrance from a brand that I've never heard of, and then it all made sense and it came crashing. And Salt is going to be the fragrance we're talking about. This is very different. It's got notes of like seaweed, salt accord, aquatics, etc., but it also has some gourmand aspects to it as well. So a distinctively aquatic, salty fragrance that's also gourmand in a sense. To me personally, I wouldn't classify this as a typical gourmand fragrance. It's not gonna be something that's edible or anything like that. And the gourmand aspects of this is more so in the base of the fragrance in itself. So essentially it adds like this caramel nuance, which draws this salted caramel vibe, but that's not gonna be exactly what you get. So a pretty unique and unisex fragrance that you could rock during the summertime and springtime, and maybe even during the fall time. And this one reminded me of Boho Boko Sea Salt Caramel. That's exactly what this one reminded me of. A couple of notes of the fragrance include sea salt, pink pepper, seaweed, then we've also got salted caramel. And that's exactly what I get with this one. Actually spraying it on and reliving the opening, this is pretty refreshing, and it's something that I would personally wear during the summertime, going on vacation, etc. It's unique, but not too challenging. You're definitely gonna stand out with this one. It's perfect for beach vacations. At first, I couldn't really pinpoint exactly what it was. I thought it was just like this aquatic fragrance. I wasn't really sure. It gives me like Pour Homme vibes by Versace, so pretty light, inoffensive, but as it dries down is where this one did something a bit more unique than that fragrance. Gave me more than what anything like Versace Pour Homme would give me, and for that reason, I was like, no, this cannot be something like Versace Pour Homme. But as it dried down, I got more of this warmth, the caramel, etc. And the dry down is exactly what stuck in my brain. And once I went to that convention, got my nose on Boho Boko, that's when I realized, holy smokes, that's what Salt is. It smells really good. The next one that I've been rocking more so, aside from Salt, is gonna be Cacao. This is essentially this Mandarin chocolate fragrance. If you're into gourmands and chocolatey scents, this is one that you can wear. I don't think that this one is a distinct clone of anything, and I like that. I really do. This smells like Tootsie Rolls. Growing up eating a lot of Tootsie Rolls, I remember that it usually has like this doughy smell and a little bit of a Mandarin undertone as well, which this one captures easily. So if that sounds like it's up your alley, Cacao is another good one from this series. It lasts a hell of a long time as well. I've been rocking this one more so like for nostalgia or like walking around the house, going to bed, etc. Spraying even my pillows. Cacao is an excellent one as well. For me personally, I don't really wear gourmands to this extent and go out. I rather wear gourmands that have some fragrance aspect more than just gourmand, like maybe some aromatic, one going out, etc. But if you want to smell like a snack, you're cuddling, Netflix and chill, this is a good one for that as well. But you really do have to consider the fact that there is a distinctive Mandarin undertone to that chocolate. Next fragrance is called Yuzu, and it basically focuses a lot on that Yuzu note. So it's pretty different as well. Notes of this fragrance include bergamot, Yuzu, pepper. In the mid, we've got rhubarb, green lemon, geranium, and then there's musk, cedarwood, cashmere wood. To my nose, I pick up like this distinctive petitgrain, some citruses, and that green lemon. This almost smells like you have lime rind in the fragrance itself. And I think that they use the petitgrain to kind of help draw this lime rind, essentially. Long story short, a fragrance that smells like yuzu, some citruses, and lime. It also has that petitgrain, some of the green nature to it, with a musky dry down that makes it creamy in nature and woody. So not bad of a fragrance. All three of these are pretty good. The most unique one out of them all is Salt. This one deserves a lot more love, and if you guys want to get your nose on aquatic fragrance that does things really differently, then you might want to go with this one. Or if you want to get your nose on something that's affordable, that's aquatic and different, and kind of tread into niche territory, then Salt. It's not going to be something like niche where it's going to blow you away, okay, but it's definitely going to give you those Versace Pour Homme vibes with something much more than just Versace Pour Homme. Salt for me is probably number one. Number two for me is going to be, for nostalgic purposes, Cacao. And Yuzu, I think a lot of people will love that. You do have to enjoy more of those green notes. Petitgrain for me, I'm not the craziest about petitgrain, but if you enjoy fragrances with petitgrain like Silver Mountain Water, etc., then you're going to enjoy this one as well. Think of if Silver Mountain Water were to take more citruses and add a little bit of woods. That's kind of the vibe that I get with this one. I'm just using that as an explanation. This doesn't smell like Silver Mountain Water, but just trying to help you guys draw a mental image, or I should say a nosal image of what this one might smell like. So think Silver Mountain Water with some creamy citruses. That's kind of what the vibe that I get with this, and much less metallic. So there you have it. If you were wondering about any one of these fragrances, hopefully this helps in any way. And if it did, leave a like, hit that subscribe button. Until the next video, peace.